What's going on, chess lovers? This is Maurice Bishop Chess. Y'all know my slogan, life is a game of chess. I do have to start out and say God is good all the time. God is great. Alright guys, so I actually have this beautiful game that I want to share with y'all. Believe it or not, LVBS, he actually, believe it or not guys, he actually beat me twice. I didn't realize it, but he actually beat me twice before. It's been a minute since I've played against him and stuff, but I managed to actually win this time. I know the next video that y'all see is gonna be me playing a few games and everything, and yeah, I'm gonna be posting more videos of me playing live games and stuff. I just think it's better. But anyway, this video I'm just gonna show y'all my game. I thought it was pretty nice. And it goes as follows: e4, e6, knight f3, d5, e5, c5, and then b4. Obviously, guys, with this opening, it's the French Wing Gambit. Pretty much what I'm playing. I first started playing this opening when I first saw the chess player. Oh, what was the dude's name? Oh my goodness, I can't think of his name. Oh, Paul Kears. I was about to say, guys, I was about to not remember, but Kears, he was the one that played this on somebody and like destroyed his opponent. Like, it was crazy though. But Paul Kears was the dude, man. He was an attacking player too. But he's the one that actually inspired me to actually play the French Wing Gambit, and I've been playing it ever since. But yeah, obviously my opponent took. I pushed the pawn on d4, knight c6, and I go a3. Obviously, if they take, I open up the a file. Obviously, he doesn't take on a3. He just goes f5, which is the right thing to do. I take on b4. Bishop catches b4, check, c3, then bishop e7. I go bishop d3, knight h6, and h4. Now, normally, I've seen a lot of players, they'll play bishop catches a6 already, just so they go g catches a6. But what I realized is black is not all that bad if he goes knight a6, due to the fact that black gets a quick g file and everything. And even though his light squares is kind of weak, you know, I've seen black, people with high ratings with the black king. They'll go king d7, c7, and b8 sometimes, or just to you know, walk away and stuff. So I've seen that a lot, but I didn't take though. He goes knight f7. Of course, I get the whole object of knight f7. Sometimes they'll go rook g8 and g5. You know, it's a lot of other factors. But of course, I go knight a3. He castles kingside. I've seen it before, but I don't see it as much though. I always, I know the players that I play, man, they usually keep their king in the center of the board. So they don't really castle until either I castle kingside or, you know, like they'll just wait. But in this case, it doesn't happen. And I decide to go knight g5. Now, when I go knight g5, now usually the proper way of playing it would be a6 sometimes. Let's see what this one say. I think it was a6. So okay, so it's not a6. So a lot of times they'll play bishop d7, because if you play a6, you already giving yourself some weakness inside the king side. But of course, my opponent actually takes my knight. I didn't think it was a great idea due to the fact that you're giving me the h file, which I was happy after he took. So when I took back, he goes bishop catches g5, and of course I'm pretty sure he was thinking that maybe I go bishop catches g5 and everything, and then, like, you know, like if I take on bishop catches g5, he'll go queen catches g5, and then, you know, the queen is just active on the g5. The queen is just active on that side. But of course that wasn't the case. I wanted to, you know, I wanted to do something here, so, and that's why I went queen h5, and then my opponent plays a6, and I'm pretty sure in his thinking he probably was like, well, even if I do take the bishop, he could still go queen catches g5, and then he'll just take with the pawn, and it would seem like he's just pretty much safe because he could still escape and do all that other stuff. So I'm pretty sure that's what he was thinking. So what I did is I go knight b5. Now the whole point of knight b5 is really just to get my knight on d6. But with my knight on d6, it's going to guard this s7 square, which is what I want. But you're going to see why, the whole reason behind it. And I'm going to tell you this. If you're going to make moves with your pieces, make sure you have a plan on exactly what you're doing. Even if you exchange queens, make sure you have an exact plan what you want to do. Alright, so my opponent goes bishop captures c1. I go rook captures c1. He goes queen g5, which I already knew he was going to exchange queens, but which I was fine with. I was already fine with it. So that's why I went queen captures g5. He goes ace captures g5. I go king e2. Alright. Now, I think, now in this position, well, no, I had to go, honestly, to be honest with you, I felt as though the best move I should have played was probably knight d6. Like, I should have played that automatically, to be honest with you. And the reason why I say that, because by me going king e2, the king should have just went king f7 just to get out of the way. But obviously that didn't happen. So I just played g4 right away, just to make this bishop active. Because another idea I had is I wanted to go bishop g6 to trap him in. That's what other thing that I had in mind. But my opponent plays g6, which I think this was a really big mistake, because then he gives me the point of hitting somewhere where it's weak. Remind you, I'm actually playing against his bishop and his rook, because both of these are not developed. All my pieces are developed. So now, and this actually goes back to the Aaron Nizovich book on my system. You know, using the second and third rank and things like that. You know, you want to, obviously the goal is to put my rook on, obviously, the 7th rank, obviously. You know, but in order to do that, I gotta move my rook up so I can double up on the H file. That's the whole point. And obviously he's going to want to protect his pawn, right? Obviously that's logical. And then of course I just go to rook h5. It's not like he could come here because I'm automatically take. And remind you, it's not like he could go bishop d7 because I'll go check and then win his bishop. So it's like this rook and the bishop, it's pretty much locked down, and he's pretty much cramped up right now. So it's really nothing that he could do. So by him going rook g8, it still doesn't matter. I just go rook h7 check. He goes king f8, and then I go knight d7. And maybe you're probably thinking maybe he would have had a chance if maybe he'll, I don't know, like maybe you feel like he probably would have had a chance or something. Honestly, I think he probably would have had a chance if he went rook g7. Yep, and even the engine is even saying that rook g7, rook h8, rook g8, and of course he's doing. Of course he's going to take. Yeah, and then I just win material, and that's pretty much all it is. All right. But obviously that's not what happened. He doesn't go rook g7. He goes knight d8, defending the f7 square, which is what he was thinking. That's what he wanted to do. I go rook c7. The whole point of going rook c7 is I'm threatening to win the light square bishop. As you see, the light square bishop can't go anywhere right now. Even if he decides to try to trade off the rook, it wouldn't even matter. Like if he comes here, like if he tries to like trade off, it wouldn't do him any difference because I'll just get him with check. And if he comes back, then I have rook h7, and then of course I'm threatening mate. You know, if I check, the knight take, and then rook captures f7. All right, so that's pretty much what's going on here. It's just pretty crazy. All right. So knight d6, I go rook c7, a4, because of course it's nothing that he could do. He can't do anything. Even if he did decide to go b6, it's nothing that he could do. Like he's done. And then I just go rook a7, and I would have thought he would have just resigned, but no, I guess he still wanted to try to queen or whatever. But obviously this was over. Rook f7 check, knight captures, and rook captures f7 check. So I thought this was an awesome game. I just want to let y'all know that anytime y'all get, because I'm going to tell you something. I know a lot of y'all play a lot of openings that is aggressive, and you feel like, you know, you're going to probably use your queen in the game and maybe do some crazy attack. But you're also going to have to know how to play even if you exchange your queens. And the fact that when you don't have queens on the board, you can still strategically, you know, defeat your opponent. And obviously, and this was without a queen, guys. It wasn't like a long. Can't even say it was in an end game part. I guess you could say middle game, but yeah, this was only 27 moves, so it wasn't like it was like 40 something moves or anything. So it was pretty crazy, but the whole point that I want to make in this video, guys, is always go for the weakness. There's always a weakness somewhere, you know what I mean? So after h4 on the castle, I just go knight g5, and like I said, even though I was giving up a pawn, because as you notice, I was giving up a pawn, but the reason why I give up pawns is to get fast development in my game, like just to get fast development in my game. You know what I mean? I want fast development and I want to attack as fast as possible. And even though I go knight g5, guys, you know, and he took, you know, I just wanted to get the h file open. So whatever you do, if you're playing chess, I don't know what opening y'all play, but if you're an attacking player, aggressive, you know, you want to make sure you develop your pieces as fast as possible, castle as fast as possible to the point where you can start attacking. Now, there's some chances where if you're like me who played a black lion, there might be times where you don't castle, or if you play the L shot where you don't castle and you're still attacking and everything. And anytime you attack, you want to make sure you try to open up any type of files as possible. You know, open those files up, open the E files, open H files. At least a lot of times when I play, I open up a lot of H files, a lot of A files, B files, G files. You know, you got to open up something if you want to start an attack. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if you're going to attack, make sure you check on your king, make sure your king is safe. Remind you guys, my king was was still in the center of the board, whereas this king was not. So that means a lot. when you're threatening something, not saying all the time, because you may have somebody that could defend very well, but in this situation, my king never castled at all. I just go king e2. I'm still in the center of the board, but he's in big trouble. G4, and again, you see what I'm doing, guys? I'm opening up files, and I'm showing you this because I want y'all to really get this down pat. Like everything that I'm doing, I open up files. I want something open. You know what I mean? Even if it could bring me with a future pass pawn, I'm going to take and get a future pass pawn and do something about it. You know what I mean? And that's the whole point. Oh, he just made another weakness. All right. He made another weakness. I go rook h6. All right. Hitting that. Obviously, if he doesn't defend his pawn, then you already know that you're automatically winning, because I'm winning this g pawn on g6, and then I'm about to win this pawn on g5. So obviously, you know he has to defend. And then what do? You double up on a rook file, on the h file. Rook g8, get that thing on the 7th rank. Knight d6, you know, put more pressure. Obviously, y'all already know what happens. If rook g7, rook h8, and if he comes here, get that another rook on the 7th rank. You know, and obviously he doesn't want to take, because if you take back, you're just going to win this piece. So this is just techniques that y'all can learn, and I hope that this really helps, guys. Like for real. Guys and gals, I hope this really helped with this technique. That's why I try to give it to y'all straight and direct, because a lot of times y'all get a lot of games that where you got to use techniques. So that's why I'm showing you a lot of these techniques. You know, I come right here on this c7. I got another rook that I want to get to the 7th rank. Oh, he's not doing it. All right, we got it. And then I always remember y'all mating patterns too. Remember y'all mating patterns. And you already know this would be mate as well. So again, guys, I don't want to be long-winded. I hope you enjoyed this game. I hope that you learned something in this game. Till next time, I'll see y'all again. All right, guys. Peace.